Devin, one, what do you think of the look? How's the nose feeling, and what are you seeing looking into the camera? But secondarily, running that play, was that executed perfectly, and just the faith in Deandre to call that for him?
Honestly forgot the first question.
Just your nose, how it's feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it feels better now. It was a loss. I think it hurt a little bit more, but it's good. I'll go get some scans, get a mask ready. In the play, man, that's just execution at its finest. Took everybody, Jay passing it, Deandre setting his man up, Coach Monty, believing in him and believing in us to run that. So, it was a big play for us, and anytime you can come out with a win in the playoffs, especially in a close one like that, I think it's big for your momentum.
Next up is going to be David Brandt with the Associated Press, and then Kellen Olson.
Hey, Devin, I'm over here. It seemed like in those last couple of minutes, you guys got a couple tough breaks. It seemed like every call was going against you. Like everything that could have gone wrong.
Like that, didn't it?
Yeah, was going wrong. But you guys never see that upset. You know what I mean? You always. What does that say about this team that you guys still managed to find a way to pull it out?
I mean, that's just the name of this team. You can't change a call after it happens. You get one challenge. We use that early, and you kind of just have to deal with it. If you put your energy in the wrong place of, trying to justify what happened two or three plays prior, you're letting your team down. So, it's next play mentality.
Next up is Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports, followed by Gina Mizell.
Hey, Bo, good to see you. Looking good.
With
the lob, you were here for Tyson. You're the only guy left from that team. I remember after the game, you said you thought Jay was crazy when he first did it in practice. You didn't know the rule. You know the rule now. When you set the screen, or you're in the position to? Did you think DA was good once you said it?
Yeah. I mean, that was the only shot, like you said, when Tyson ran it at first. I think that was 4 or 5 years ago now. I learned that rule, and I think it's something that a lot of people don't know. Even talking to Rondo at half court after the game, he was like, "It don't count." Like, I've seen this movie before. It counts. It counts. So, it's incredible play, incredible execution on all ends. But again, Jay Crowder, that's a tough pass.
Next is Gina Mizell with Suns.com, followed by Rachel Nichols.
When the officials are reviewing the play, even though you knew your harder parts that it did count, it felt like that review, I'm sure it seemed like an hour or longer. Just what is going through your mind while that's all taking place and before it's confirmed that it was good.
I knew the game was over, but we just want to stay composed. There's some extra hoorah going on the court. Plays prior to, they run into our crowd, holding up first team all defense, all that, and the game wasn't over. So we just keep playing through. So like I said, we're on to the next play, and now we're on to the next game.
Next up is Rachel Nichols with ESPN, followed by Dwayne Rankin.
Hey guys, Dev, have you ever had a nose injury before? Have you broken your nose ever before? Do you think it's broken now? And when you look in the mirror, how do you feel you look?
I've never had a broken nose. I'm still pretty confident. I hadn't seen it until after the game, so I came back here and put a couple shots in there, put stitches on the top. My first time was seeing myself was after the game. They're telling me in the back, they're putting stitches in there, it wasn't broken. It's a little crooked. It's a little crooked, so we'll see.
I mean, you look like a winner. That's all I know.
Appreciate that.
Next up is Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic, followed by Dave McMenamin.
Yeah, Devin Booker. This is both for one for you and then Cam. Question for you. Monty talks about how setting the screen is the biggest sacrifice you can make for a play. And when you're setting that, I mean, wasn't like it was simple. You was having to keep them back. Maybe take us through that from your end and setting that screen.
Yeah, just understand how teams are going to guard. I know they're not going to leave me, so any type of hit that I can get that make them change direction and give DA an ounce of free space for a chance to go get it. But again, he had to set up his man for me to be able to get a hit. And I know I keep saying it, but Jay Crowder's pass, that's a tough pass to make. For real, it is. He did that, so that's very impressive.
For you, Cam, you watching it or was it in slow motion?
Yeah. Yeah, when I seen the ball, I'm like, dang, man just dunked it. But piggyback off to when you was talking to him, like at the end of the game, you can get away with a lot of stuff. That's unselfish play by him. That's big time. That's big time. He sacrificed, made a screen, somebody else scored. A lot of players won't do that. That's in his position. So kudos to him. He big time for that.
Next up is Dave McMenamin with ESPN, followed by Sam Amick.
Quick one for both of you. Devin, you only
I think it's just 2 or 3 up here, but cool.
and Cam, you've been capitalizing this opportunity of going some last year. Now it's not just a playoff career high for you, but career high NBA wise.
Mm-hmm.
What was your mindset coming into this one with football out, and how do you capitalize on it?
Honestly, it's just hold it down for C. Really, it's kind of crazy, but I'm just trying to hold it down until C get back. If it means me scoring, I'm willing to do it. If it means me pass, my only thing, no turnover. That's all I'm doing. I'm trying to keep that same identity because I'm the point guard. So I just try to come out there, hold it down for C, play my game, just live with the results.
Next is Sam Amick with The Athletic, followed by Mark Spears.
One for both you guys. Devin, you got physicality with playoff basketball, and then you got self-protection. Like, which one it is? And at the end there, when you're talking to Rondo and Cousins, what's the message when you know this thing over and you're going home?
I was just saying, go Big Blue. Kentucky guys. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, right. Which physicality was it?
I mean, that's for you guys to decide. I know, they're an aggressive team. That's how they guard. And, it's not just that bad. All those guys, the athletic wings, and watching the previous series against Dallas and Utah, switching everything and, trying to turn teams over. But, we're figuring out. We should stay aggressive, stay with what we do. Like you talked earlier, whether it's basketball players or not, we got to move to the next one. We're not the one making the call.
And real quick, with CP, we know how he talks to everybody. You're going to hear him once in a while. Leadership is going to be with this group. I mean, you've been talking to him on the side at all as you try to fill those shoes right now?
For sure. I'm talking to C every day. Now I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to hold it down. Trust me, C's calling. I probably got a missed call already. C gonna call, but that's what he do though. That's why he is who he is. Like he comes to communication. A lot of people don't do that, especially in his position. A lot of people don't do that. His communication at a high level, and that's big time for our team.
Next up is Mark Spears with ESPN, followed by Richard Science.
Well, Devin, my first question, both questions, but you really believe that actually happened? Or do you like, well, let's see.
The play?
Yeah, you're walking out to the court.
Yeah, I believe it can happen. I've seen it happen. I've seen the play happen before. And just understand, like I said, how they're going to guard, but I know they're not going to leave me. Yeah, I believe in it 100%.
And then also, you have some work for DA after the game. What were you?
Man, it's after every game. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but his growth is continuously through every game from game one of the playoffs. He feel like he flipped the switch and he turned it on. He doesn't want to look back. He feels his confidence is there. And he understands how much of a force he is, and I think he's figuring out his capabilities of, being able to move, being able to guard, and at the same time setting screens and being in the right place. And tonight I see him. He mixed in his mid-range too, so we can give it to you all type of ways.
Next up, Richard Science with Fox 10, followed by David Aldridge.
Yeah, Devin, I just wanted to ask you, kind of on that Deandre Ayton theme. It's only fitting that today was the NBA draft lottery, and how cool was it to see, a guy that you've seen grow up before our very eyes, a guy that you've been hard on because his potential, come up with such a big play.
It feels good, man. He's been working. You see the work behind the scenes. Makes you feel that much better when you see somebody successful. So, it always hasn't been sweet. The times always haven't been good. He's went through some things in this league, and he just continued to get better, mature himself. And, he's a dominant force on our team, and we lean on him for a lot of things.
We got time for 3 more. Next is David Aldridge with The Athletic, followed by Chris Haynes.
Book, you said 1 million screens in your life, 1 million picks in your life. In that particular situation, though, time, score, all of that, what are the mechanics of making sure you get your body into Zubats, that you don't push off so that there's no chance they can call an offensive foul or anything? What are you trying to concentrate on in that situation?
Kind of like Cam said, it goes down late game situations. You get away with a little bit more. But I know if I can just make him change the direction, or at least take a step under to give DA, a chance to get his feet together, or he was going to chase over. I knew my man wasn't going to leave me, so I tried to get the angle underneath him, to give him a clear lane to the rim.
And do you? I'm sorry if you. I don't think you answered this before. Have you ever screened for somebody on a game-winning basket before?
I haven't thought about that. Not to my recent memory. If I wasn't slipping out of it to come to the ball, I don't know. So that might be a first.
Final 2 questions are going to be Chris Haynes with Turner and Mark Medina.
Look, it's a moot point now, but the offensive foul that they ended up reviewing, that like the ref didn't call a foul.
Yeah.
Anything, right? Was that something that
I've never seen before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I try to get an explanation. I don't know.
So I guess like if he went back and reviewed the call, I guess it happened to show that it wasn't offensive foul. I guess you guys get the ball back on the sideline.
Well, I was more disappointed because we had a wide open shot in the corner. And even if we got the ball back, you let them set their defense when they just made a miscommunication that would have resulted in an open shot. So, we all need to work. We all need to get better. Taking ownership in. We miss open shot. If we miss something on our team, we come in, we say, my bad. We don't come back with 100 excuses. We just move on to the next one. So, that's all we're looking for out there is consistency and a fair chance to play. And that's what we're doing. But to answer your question, I didn't understand that.
Final question is Mark Medina with USA Today.
Hey, Devin, good to see you. If you don't mind me following up on the Clippers' physicality, how do you see it? To what extent do you just chalk it up to playoff basketball versus it being extra?
That's on the refs to decide. I know, we have a team over here that, if teams are trying to play jump defense like that and taking you out, that Cam Payne will, he'll kill you. He'll go after you. He's not scared of the moment. He's not scared to go make a play. So, there's a lot of denying, picking up full court, and I feel like that opens up opportunities and space for other people to get it going. And that's what we've been making on all season, is that we're a complete team. With depth, even our players that haven't got a chance to get in the playoffs can play. And we get after it every day as a team, and we don't care who gets to shine. All we care about is what we did tonight.
All right, thank you for the time, fellas.
Appreciate it.